Let the games begin. Yeah. So welcome back, part 7 of What If Naruto Was an Uzumaki. Obviously, it's the week of What If, so you'll be getting this one on Wednesday as well, part 8. I'm going to keep this relatively short. I think we're really going to just keep it to the matches, which won't take very long, and the training. That's really what we'll keep it down to as best I can. A few things that got brought up real quick. Someone brought up that what if could Sasuke recognize Karin as an Uzumaki? My answer to that is probably not. I mean, he might bring it up, but again, does that mean every redhead he sees is an It looks like an Uzumaki to him. Like Gara didn't look, doesn't. Gara looks like an Uzumaki, sure, but he's not. So, and there's plenty of redheads in the Naruto world that aren't Uzumaki. I don't think that's the case. I'm sorry. Now that being said, I did say you can easily retcon it where they took an extra day. No, they were just getting some supplies, and he saved Karin. I could still see that. He maybe just looks at her and says, "Yeah, are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, and maybe he says, "Your hair looks familiar. You're, well, what's your name?" Karin Uzumaki. What? Like maybe something like that could happen. I'm just not sure about it. Now, keep in mind too, the fact that the Uzumaki are in the leaf are something I didn't even think about considering for something. Because Karin and her mom could have just migrated to the leaf, to be honest. Now, I did say that's actually a really good point I didn't bring up because that's a separate what if topic that I've had brought up before, where what if the remaining Uzumaki all went to the leaf? Because Nagato and his parents are also Uzumakis. So, in theory, they should have. But to be fair, though, Nagato was killed long before Kushina was in the village. So that I don't think works. Um, Although Nagato still maybe keeps an eye on the Uzumaki, just because of pain and the tail beast, but also because they're one of the few vestiges of his family left that exist. Either way, though, the Karin thing, whatever. There were also 4 topics someone brought up, and I'll bring them up real quick. They brought up one. They felt that was downplaying Kushina. She would have been like staying close to Sarutobi, getting stronger, and even made Hokage. Okay, first off, I explained all this to that person, but I'll explain it real quick. Kushina's gonna have a much bigger role to play pretty soon. But no, she would not have just been right behind Sarutobi, particularly when she has a kid to raise. She would have put her dream as Hokage to be Hokage to the side to take care of her son. Not to say she wouldn't have kept training, but she definitely would have put that to the side temporarily. 2, Orochimaru would have followed after them after getting out of the seal. Well, I said only about a half hour from him. I guess a weaker opponent would have taken longer. But B, my thought is no, because Orochimaru also knew he was under limited time. I'm going to say he. Orochimaru is depicted more as a male in the first parts than anything else. And we know, I believe Orochimaru was originally a he. So anyway, Orochimaru was under limited time. He knew he couldn't be there for very long because only for so long. Not to say he didn't think he could take the majority of the village, but he wasn't planning to have the entire village come after him. Plus, the Anbus and Anko were already onto him at that point. He could not afford to actually stay around very long. So I don't agree with that. I don't know where that person got the idea that Uzumaki gets stronger as they get older. I have never once heard that. Please let me know if that is true or not. Because that's not how aging in Naruto generally works. As you get older, your chakra reserves do wane. They flat out say that with the third Hokage. That he doesn't have the reserves of chakra he once did. It's true. He's grown old. Like that's flat out the case. Yes, the Uzumaki have great lifespans, stamina, chakra reserves, and I'm sure they maintain their prime a lot longer. But that idea that they get stronger as they get older, I've never once heard that. And then for Samahata being able to not being able to absorb the chakra chains, we've never seen that tested, unfortunately. So there's no real answer to it. But the only thing Samahata really doesn't handle well are elemental chakras. We know that for a fact. And we'd assume Senjutsu as well. That's never been confirmed, but that does seem to make logical sense. But despite the Adamantine Chains being physical chakra, they are still chakra. Very much like the tail beasts are giant masses of physical chakra, sentient chakra. And Samahata enjoys gobbling up tail beast chakra specifically. So I I don't think they would still work. They'd work against Samahana, unfortunately. Okay, now that's all said and done, we move on to the actual preliminaries. And they mentioned, oh, okay, we need to cut down the squad, cut down the participants. We need to do a preliminary match. Now, big thing here, I do think Kushina is here to look out to watch her son. And if Kushina's here, Orochimaru is not here. Remember, he was disguised as the Sound Sensei in there. He also wanted to watch Sasuke as well. But without Sasuke having the curse mark and Kushina there, oh no, Orochimaru is not taking that chance. This is just due to the fact that A, Orochimaru is also a very good censor as well. And B, Kushina probably was able to pick up, well, keep in mind, Kushina, if she's not actively trying to sense things, probably can't sense the entire village all at once. But if she's focusing, she'd be able to. And in that close proximity, oh yeah. And again, Orochimaru knows very clearly, it's not a good time to go after Kushina. It's not a good time not with Kushina here. But regardless, so he's not there, and so you get your 3 matches, the ones we got to go over anyway. Sasuke versus, again, it's Jiraya, I believe. That fight would go a lot simpler. Sasuke isn't hindered by the curse mark. They go toe-to-toe for a bit. He eventually does a fire-style fireball jutsu. Unfortunately, it's revealed that Yori just kind of grabs that was close there, Sasuke Uchiha. But I'm not. But you're gonna have to do more than that. In fact, by all means, try. But then that's when Sasuke just kind of goes, and then she's like, huh. It's like, okay, and maybe he just tries to hold out his hand, grabs it, it still just goes through because it's just so concentrated of chakra. And then Sasuke comes in and beats his ass. So that's how that fight goes down. He's like, yeah, woo! It's like, what? Because she's like, I know, boy, Sasuke. And it's like, Kushina, maybe you should just try to be a bit professional. I'll have you know I'm not an active ninja at the moment, so I can be as unprofessional as I'd like to be. I can totally see Kushina doing that. Then Sakura versus Ino, and this, unfortunately, is a big problem for Ino. Because Sakura has 2 Earth Jutsus that I've established, Crater Fist, which I call it Crater Fist, Mud Wall, and she's got Genjutsu under her belt. Now, she didn't quite have the full glow up she had in the Force of Death, but she did have a bit of a glow up where she's like, no, I want to prove I can pull my own weight, and that's where she basically cracked, was it Zaku? Yeah, it was Zaku in the face with a Crater Fist, and just nearly broke his jaw. By the way, Zaku would still lose to Shino, 100% he would, because Shino just plug up the holes. But she's had a bit of a glow up, and she's not anywhere near as in competition with Ino as she was in the original. But they're still rivals, and let's see what you got, forehead, billboard brow, and then just kind of they're still pulling their punches a bit. But at the same time, she's put a little bit more effort in Sakura. Still, Sakura says, no, I'm not going to lose to you anymore, Ino. Now let's do this. All right, then, fine. And that's when Sakura does start to do the clones. Please, the clone's not the best you can do. And also the clone disappears in the flower palace. Like, what is this? It's like, Genjutsu. Release! And that's when Sakura just comes in, basically cracks her right in the ribs. She wasn't going for the fist with this. Because that could theoretically just break a neck. But she did go, and just literally coughs up some blood. She's just, what did you get this good? When did you learn that move? Something I learned before the exam. You, and she's and eventually she does, I think, catch Sakura. I don't know if she's uses her hair as a youth, but maybe she does. Maybe Sakura just talks about, maybe if you focus more on training than your looks, maybe you could be as good of you could have progressed as much as I have. It's like, you think I don't, you think I need this hair? And then she cuts it off. It's like, she's lost it. And then she uses her hair to bind Sakura. It's like, I've got you now. It's a crap. It's like, ninja art. Not mind's expansion jutsu. What's it called again? Mind transfer jutsu, I think it is. Except right as she's doing it, Earth style mud wall. It's like, what? And then she gets back in her body. She's like, huh? What the? Huh? and it cuts off the hair too. How on earth did she? And now Sakura doesn't have the highest reserves. Actually, doesn't have very high reserves in the beginning. Best chakra control, but relatively low reserves, average basically. So between the Genjutsu, which she has perfect chakra control, no problem, her Crater Fist, and the Mud Wall, she is running now. Like she is just. So how on earth did she? It's like you. How did you? And then she's just, she's like, I swear, she pulls out a kunai. I swear I'm going to, and that's when Sakura, without the Crater Fist, because it kind of like breaks her nose. Boom! It just boom, puts her down. The winner is Sakura Haruno. Yeah, that's my teammate! And Sasuke just kind of gives a look after she comes back up. She's like, nice one. I was like, I lost, damn it. I lost to you. It's like, it's all right. It's like, it's okay. No, it's not. I promise when this is over, I'm going to train hard. I'm going to beat your ass. Maybe not. She's not going to be that vulgar, but I'm going to beat you. I promise, Billboard Bro. It's like, I look forward to it. And they both kind of just, yeah, bitch. Like, just, and it's like, and they basically hoist them up there. And it's all well and good at the end. They wake up as they clear I think that's the one thing, they clear the mud wall. Because I have a feeling they don't want that in the, well, I mean, they did keep all the damage that was done in the actual tuning exams, like the finals. Maybe they keep the mud wall? I don't know. You think they keep the mud wall? Let me know. But, Sakura and wake up, and they're generally fine at this point. Like, there's more respect there. But then, obviously, matches keep getting called. Eventually, Kiba versus Naruto happens. Now, unlike in the original, Kiba's like, instead of all right, we got locked out, Akamaru, it's not quite that. Because Kiba's, he's he's strong, and he certainly isn't going to just be one shot by Naruto right out the gate. He's not stupid about how strong Naruto is. So they're all right. It's more like, finally my chance to wipe that smug grin off your face. Smug? And I was like, oh, what? Do I come off as smug? Really? It's like, no, don't, no. I think he was just looking in the mirror when he thought that one up. So, and so they go down there. You think you're going to be Hokage? What, just because your dad was Hokage? Forget it. Forget it. There's no room for nepotism around here. I'm going to be Hokage. And Naruto immediately is a little like, really? You're going to bring my dad up like that? Come on. They're not cool, man. And it's like, force jutsu, beast mimicry, force jutsu. And, comes at Naruto. But Naruto has much better reflexes here. He just, come on, is this all you got? Come on, show me what you got. And heading to which Naruto just, wind style, gale palm. All right, so you've learned a new trick. Please, but that's you're gonna do better than that. All right, Akamaru, you ready? It's like, woo! And you really gonna bring Akamaru into this? He's my ninja companion, okay? So he's allowed. Or yeah, that's true. Ninja animals can be used like tools. It's like, all right, whatever. And Fang over, and it's like beast mimicry. Fang over Fang, and Naruto admittedly is just, and to which Kushina is watching this like, what are you going to do, Naruto-kun? Are you just going to let him that dog that mutt keep attacking you? No, she's not mean towards the Inuzuka, but she's a little callous towards Kiba because he's a bit of a jerk. And so she's, all right, fine. And then, got you! And then the chains come out and just wrap around, spin around. And unfortunately, because they're spinning, Naruto just really times it in a way where it just tightens around. He's like, hey, are you? He's like, all right, these guys can't fight anymore. You want to bet? and yeah, because Kiba is not going to be able to break those chains. No, I don't surrender. But are you able to battle? Yeah, hold on. Like they struggle for like 15 more seconds. It's like, they're unable to battle. Damn it! Sorry, Kiba. It's like, this isn't over, Uzumaki. Count on that. And they're like, man, he's never going to change, is he? And he just shows up. Well, he's never going to change, is he? Let me try saying that normally, because I'm slurring my word on change, turning it into change. He's never going to change, is he? Well, he's never going to change, is he? It's like, and even Hinata goes, probably not. Oh, maybe Naruto's got a scuffle. Naruto, you're hurt. It's like, oh, it's just a scratch. Here, some ointment I made. Oh, thanks, Hinata. That's really nice. And Kushina just looking on, it's like, oh, it's like, that's right. And guys, that's right. Go for the Hugo girl. She's so sweet and kind. It's like, huh? It's like, Mom's like, it's like, and eventually the other matches are called. Hinata versus Neji, though, we should bring up. Now, does Naruto personally know Neji? He knows Hinata very well. He's probably aware of Neji from what Hinata said. But here's the thing. Does Kushina and, like, Hiyashi know each other? Do they know each other personally? As clan heads, they do. They probably interact on occasions. But she's probably not a huge fan of Hiyashi, to be fair, because he is so stuck up. So he probably isn't fully aware on just how messed up Neji is. And so when Neji starts doing the mind games on Hinata, Naruto's getting pissed off. Now, Hinata is a fair bit more confident here. She's not like full on screw you, gives the finger, but instead of like, the whole freaking out thing, she is a little unnerved by what he's saying, but she doesn't like, go like, it's more like, it's more like she's getting angry with what he's saying. And it's like, and Naruto's about to chime up and say, before Hinata, in Hinata's way, says, that's enough, Neji. I'm not going to let you talk to me this way anymore. I'm sorry. And it's like, what? I'm sorry for what happened back in the day. If I could change it, I would. But I've lived long enough for this. It wasn't my fault, and it wasn't your fault, and it wasn't your father's, and it wasn't his fault either. And when he says this, she means his dad. He's Hiyashi. It's Hiyashi. That one's easy. But his brother's name has a Z in it, and I've always wondered how the hell that's pronounced. It's like Hiyashi. Either way. So she's like, now prepare yourself. And so that means Neji's actually coming at her with a little bit more ferocity, because she did bring up his dad, and he is a little pissed off and still believes in fate and all that. Whereas Hinata is also coming in with a bit more ferocity. She's also probably a little bit more skilled because she has more confidence in herself. Unfortunately, she's still not at a level to beat Neji. And unfortunately, I do see this fight going probably roughly the same way. Naruto does encourage her on, but even he's aware that she is in a lot of trouble. So he's even though so I don't think he encourages her to past a certain point, but I think she still gets up anyway. Like, she's still proving herself to be similar to Naruto in that way. So she still gets pretty jacked up. Maybe she's a little bit better off, able to maybe block a strike here or there. But unfortunately, she's still internally damaged. Neji's about to go in for the kill when, the Jonin show up, including Kushina, who's got a chakra chain around him. Now, it's a good question. Could the Hyuga break a chakra chain? It's chakra. Gentle fist, that's what it does. It's a fair question to ask. Now, that being said, like, if they're completely bound, unless Neji's doing the whole releasing chakra for all of his points, still, it's solidified. It's a solid form of chakra, so I don't know if he could do that. At least not that way. He'd have to probably put all of his energy into his hands, and almost like a mystic palm technique or a chakra scalpel technique, and then slice it. And even then, it'd be debatable. Still, though, Hinata coughs up. Naruto goes there. Hinata, it's like, Naruto, do you think I've grown even a little bit? It's like, yeah, Hinata. I was like, we'll go. Kushina's like, go, here, take these. They're medical seals. They should be able to help. And so it's like, you have something to, what? You got, once a loser, always a loser. And to which Naruto just looks at him and is like, what, you have something to say? Now, we're not going to deal with Neji and Naruto's conversation yet. Later down obviously in the ring, because that's going to be next episode. But we should note that Naruto's whole fate thing it's going to be harder to convince Neji in this, because Naruto is part of a lineage, a very royal lineage of Konoha, really. So it's going to be difficult to convince Neji about how fate doesn't work that way. And it's just like something he says, like, and which Naruto still does the whole, I'm gonna win. Then the rest of the matches go as follows, leading into obviously Gar versus Sasuke. Now Sakura is there. I usually just pair off with Dosu. I think that's just fair there. So pairing off for Dosu, great. And obviously Naruto versus Neji, and they both look at each other perfect. And so and so they kind of grin and go off on their own way. Now, Kushina kind of goes to say hi to Team 7, sees her son. Oh, so Fred, hey mom. It's like, Lady Kushina, it's great to see you. Oh, you can just call me Kushina, none of this lady stuff. Oh, okay. No, you're Sakura. We haven't officially met. I'm Naruto's mother. You're Kushina Uzumaki. Oh, it's so amazing to meet you, because she's probably not just a fan of Tsunade, not that she was really a big fan of Tsunade, but Tenten would be like such an admirer of Tsunade. And Tenten's probably also a big admirer of Kushina. I don't think we give enough praise that Tenten might have at least some interest in Naruto. Like, oh my God, so you're the son of Kushina. Oh my God, you're an Uzumaki. Like, I haven't really gone that route here, but there's logic in that she could be interested in Naruto. I was like, well, why don't I treat you guys to a bit of a lunch first? And it's like, well, Kushina, we actually should probably be get going with our training pretty early. As Kakashi goes, oh, come on, Kakashi. They have a full month. Nothing. We should at least give them some encouragement before the torture. To which they all answer, what? I suppose that's true. It's like, and so they go and they get food. So Mom, you're going to be trained. That's right. I think it's time that we brush up on your seals a little bit. Plus, I have a few other things I want to teach you, son. And saying, Sasuke, you'll be training me. Well, what about me? And it's a good question. What about her? She knows the only one who's in the tournament, and so, well, Sakura, yeah, I do have someone in mind. You'll remember Hinata Sensei, Kurenai. What, Kurenai Sensei? Yes, yeah, she's the utmost genjutsu user in the village. I think it'd be prudent for you to study. It'd be more than beneficial for you to really delve more into your genjutsu. Your skill and aptitude for it you really could be a master of it. Really, you think so? Oh, I mean, great. No, I suppose that'd be great. Certainly, I'll make the arrangements with her a little later. All right, let's eat. And so they eat and enjoy time together. And so it's like, all right, bye. All right, son. Let's see what you got going on. And he reviews all the seals he's learned, including. But before that, I should note, she talks about. Before that, I need to talk to you. I was told by Saratobi Sensei that you had a run-in in the Forest of Death. Orochimaru? Are you? And it's like, yeah, I was. And she goes, are you okay? I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm fine. So, honestly, but we were lucky to get out of there. How did you get there? Bastard. Luckily, when I was able to pick up something was wrong, so I laid a few clones to use the Crimson Ruby Seal. Crimson Ruby Seal is a great name. I love the Crimson Ruby Seal. Crimson Ruby Seal. I don't know how long it was able to keep the bastard in there, but we were able to get away. Crimson Ruby Seal, quite the effective little technique. Seal that's quite an advanced technique, Naruto. You're really coming along, but you still got to only scratch the surface. So let's get to your training. And unfortunately, big problem here, and maybe they go training in like one of the training. I mean, they have their own confidence, but I'm sure what Kushina is going to show them, they're going to need to go to one of the training grounds. And I think at one point she does pick up on the chakra signature of one Toad Sage. It's like, wait, it couldn't be. It's like, what? Jiraya? Wait, my godfather? Is he here? Dad Sensei? Wait, I'm not. Yes, he was your he is your godfather after all. Hold on. And before we begin, why don't we just take a little walk? And they walk and they go to a bathhouse. And Kushina's like, why am I not surprised? And which Naruto has heard stories of Jiraiya. Like, wow, he really is as bad as you said. He's worse, but or he's really as bad as you said, huh, Ma? It's like maybe even a little worse, depending on the day. But to which all of a sudden she gets this evil grin on her face. Hey, and it's like, you want to help me with something? He's like, well, what do you got on my mind? He's like, Naruto gets an evil grin, just like, Mom, Harry told you I love you. He's like, I love you too, Squirt. Enact the plan. And so, no, Naruto goes, and of course, he sees Jiraiya there. He walks just across the hot springs because he's out all the chakra exercises down. He's like, hey, old man, sorry to bug you, but what are you doing? Leave me alone. I'm doing research. Hey, oh, wait, research? Wait a minute. You're Jiraiya, aren't you? I was like, oh. And then he turns like, oh, I see. So my name is, how do you put it? My reputation reputation is far away. Of course, you're the famed Toad Sage of Mount Miyabuku. And even though I've never read them, I've heard you're a great. I've never really read your stuff. I've heard you're a great author. Well, I don't mean to brag. Keep in mind, his eyes are currently off the ladies. Oh, well, I don't mean to. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just a real big honor. Oh, and who might you be, lad? Oh, my name's Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto? Oh, wait. So you're, so it's nice to finally meet you, Godfather. What? Well, this is really, this isn't Naruto said, well, isn't fate funny? Well, why don't we, well, it's actually nice to meet you. Now, I'm sure I'd love to talk to you in a little bit, but first I gotta do my research. Oh, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time in about 5 seconds. What do you mean? And just looks through the hole he's peeping in and just sees Kushina just like, and then all of a sudden he sees the chains kind of floating behind her. Hello, Jiraiya. I can't do the girl scream, unfortunately. The Timmy, hold on. I gotta get the Timmy Turner girls. Timmy Turner's dad screams like a girl scream. It's the scream I always hear in my head with Jiraiya. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I gotta find it up. I gotta get a sound clip for it. Timmy Turner dad screams. Dad screams like a girl. Dad screams. Ah, crap. I hate when that happens. I really hate when that happens. Screams like a scream. Well, son, I'd have to scream. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Yep. Nope, not screams like a girl. Oh, there it is. Screams like a girl. Found it. So hold on. Let me max that out real quick. This is the one I always hear. That's the one I always hear. That's the one I always hear. Now, maybe you didn't hear that. The desktop audio is off right now, so maybe that didn't show up. But still, that girl, that is the scream I always hear in my head for Jiraiya. And so she's like, ah! And, just, and he tries to get away only for Naruto's chains. Oh, you little. Nice to meet you. And all of a sudden, Kushina beats the hell out of him. Well, have you learned your I'd ask if you've learned your lesson, but I think we both know the answer to that, Jiraiya. He's like, oh, you scare them off. Oh, and he finally like snaps out of his daze like, well, it's good to see you again, Kushina. Kushina, and I guess it's good to finally meet you too, Naruto. And so that is going to be at the end of part 7. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll join the training, at least the part 1 of the final exams next time, Wednesday. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.